Welcome back to my channel. If you have made it this far without me posting, which has been probably a month and a half, I don't even know, I would have to go look, but if you're still here, thank you. If you're new, my name is Bianca. I am an online fitness coach who likes to post content on healthy lifestyle, wellness, fitness, strong women, all of that fun stuff. And yeah, I haven't posted in a while because life was busy and I just couldn't get myself to post anything on YouTube. Like I would start filming and then lose track and not have enough for a full video and then delete everything because it wasn't good enough. So I just ended up taking a YouTube break, but we are back. I'm excited. I am 10 and a half weeks away from my wedding. So I decided to commit to filming up until that point to just kind of have these memories, show you guys the process. I'm also at a point where I'm trying to like focus a little bit on my physique pre-wedding. So just kind of refocusing on healthy meals, healthy snacks, my workouts, you know, still having some balance because it's summertime, so I will see friends, I will go out, but still keep my goals kind of in the forefront of my mind. So I'm going to take you guys along for all of that. And today is actually a very exciting day because I'm heading out in 5 minutes to go try on my wedding dress for the first time since I ordered it back in November, which feels like forever ago. I honestly can't even say that I fully remember what this dress looks like, which makes me pretty nervous. I'm nervous because I really want to love it. I'm nervous because I want it to fit well and not need like a bajillion alterations. I also have never seen this dress like close to what it's supposed to look like because when I tried it on, it was like 8 or 10 sizes too big for me. So like the boob cups and the bra straps and everything was like so big for my torso that it was hard to like properly visualize what it was going to look like. So anyways, I'm nervous. I'm going to head out in 5 minutes and then I will catch up with you guys once I have tried it on and it's gonna be in the back of my car. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm in a good mood. I've got a lot of nervous energy. So anyways, today I'm gonna give you guys a bit of an everything update, some wedding updates, some life updates because a lot has been going on. And I'm also gonna take you guys through just kind of a little bit of a checklist of all the things that I'm prioritizing to make sure that I feel and look my best on my wedding day. Okay, oh, I feel like my heart rate is very high. This is such, like, I don't know, I feel like it just got real that I'm getting married. Like, I feel like this exact moment is when it hit me that I'm gonna get married. Like, I didn't have that moment when I first tried on dresses and chose my dress where I was like, oh my god, I'm getting married, like, got emotional. But today, when I put it back on, I felt it, because I was like, this is what you're gonna be wearing in just over 10 weeks when you get married, which is crazy. So the dress is back there. I think you guys can kind of see the back a little bit. So I love it. I'm happy. It's very me. There's still so much about it that I love. There are a few alterations that are going to need to be done. Some are simple, like length, obviously, and then it's a little bit loose around my hips. So we're going to tighten it a little bit, like just under my hip so that it like cinches in the butt cheeks a little bit more. So that shouldn't be too complicated. The only part, and again, it was the part that I didn't love when I first tried it on, and that, you know, I was told like it's just because it's really big on you that it looks like this. It's that the top part still looks too big for my torso. Like the kind of top part is just not as flattering as it could be. One, because like I'm very much part of the itty bitty titty committee, so, and it has a bit of a V, so it just, the cups are a little bit too big. The like cup goes too high past, like it's like borderline under my clavicle. So I just find the top not quite as flattering. So I was talking to the girl that was there when I tried it on. She's not my seamstress alteration person. So she's like, yeah, I think it's doable, that we can adjust this. It might require a little bit more work because we have to kind of like redo some parts of it. So all the little details on top of it are going to have to get added back on afterwards. So that makes me a little bit nervous just because, you know, more work. One, you never really know necessarily how it's going to turn out after you change it. Two, it's obviously going to be more expensive. So that's the only part that makes me a little bit nervous. But like otherwise, like I love the design. I love the back of it. I feel like it's very me in a lot of ways. I just find there's something about the top that still bothers me a little bit. And like worst case, if it doesn't fully get resolved, I know I'm still gonna be happy. I'm still gonna love it. I'm still gonna be happy on my wedding day. Like I know for a fact that I'm definitely not gonna let the dress like make me unhappy going into my wedding day or make me not feel, you know, my best on my wedding day. I think regardless, I'm gonna be happy, and I know Ben's gonna think that I look beautiful, which is what matters. So it's all good. It's just, yeah, a little bit nervous still, just about kind of that final look that I had in my mind. I already went on Amazon looking for some of those like backless, strapless kind of pads that you just kind of glue to add a little bit more volume under the dress to kind of hold the girls a little bit more together, so that I think already that's going to make it a little bit more flattering, especially because if it's big, like it kind of looks like it's sitting on top of me instead of like actually hugging my waist and my chest area. So I think adding those pads underneath is going to be good. So I'm about to order 2 different ones. I'm going to try them on with the dress and see how it feels. I'm going to try to bring them with me when I go to alterations, which I'm sure it's going to help. Oh, I had to go to Starbucks obviously to commemorate this special day. And so yeah, now I'm just waiting to get these. I'm waiting to get my heels. That's what's going to determine when I can go to my first fitting. So yeah, they should come in. I actually ordered some heels. I got recommendations for heels from Shein, which little skeptic, but you know what, for the price, I'm like, let me try. They look very cute online. Like I think they look very, very cute. So hopefully they look as good in person and they're somewhat comfortable. And they should come in before the end of the week. So hopefully I'm going to be able to show them to you guys either in this vlog or the next vlog. Realistically, it's probably going to be a separate video because I'm going to do a whole haul of everything that I got from Shein, because I got a few other like more bridal things and a couple bathing suits for the honeymoon. So I'll do a full haul when that comes in. But once that's in, then I'll be able to go and actually start getting my fittings done and get a better idea of what changes can be made. Alright, we're gonna get home and I will continue with some more updates a little bit later today. The lighting is horrible because it's a very gloomy, gross day, but I'm just making some lunch right now. For breakfast this morning, I had my usual protein oatmeal, which is one of the 2 breakfasts that I'm currently having. It's either my protein oatmeal or a protein smoothie, and that's not going to change probably until the wedding. It barely changes all year long because usually I just go for my protein oatmeal, but keeping meals very similar and kind of putting them on a rotation, just repeating them often when you're in a fat loss phase, makes your life so much easier, because you know how many calories it gives you, you know how much protein it gives you, you know it's going to keep you full for a certain amount of time. Like, it just makes your life so much easier. So if there's some meals that you know you can repeat often and still enjoy and not get fed up, that is the best thing that you can do for yourself when you're trying to lose fat. Well, this is much better. So continuing on, for lunch, my main go-tos are either salad. So I have a bunch of different salad options that are in my coaching app, so I'll often just kind of rotate between some of those, but either just like a regular like pre-made packaged salad that I just add chicken breast and some veggies to, or I've made a pasta salad recently that I think I'm gonna remake, so I'll show it to you guys maybe in next week's vlog. But I made it once and it lasted me like 4 days, so that's also amazing. If you can meal prep something kind of in bulk and you know it's gonna taste good for like multiple days, that is a winner. Or sometimes, like right now, I like to make breakfast for lunch. So I'm making eggs on toast with some cottage cheese and ham to like bump up the protein as much as possible. Other big update is, I think last time I was filming, we were still house hunting. So we wanted a bigger space, a backyard for Milo, and we were looking. We found 2 houses that we initially loved, made offers on, ended up losing both of them, and then we ended up last minute finding the 3rd one. And that one, we put an offer, went through. There's a little bit of a complication just with like the timeline. We are having to move in a month later than we initially wanted to, but it's done. It is closed. We signed on everything last week, so we are officially house owners, and we're just kind of meanwhile still here. We also sold the condo, so we're kind of just in that transition period waiting to move. So we're moving on July 9th, which is just like a month before the wedding, which is gonna make for a very, very chaotic summer, but you know what? We're here for it. Ben and I, we love movement, we love to do things, we like to just kind of jump into things head first, get things done, so that's what we're doing. But it's a lot. Like, we have to start packing soon, we have to get things ready, so there's gonna be a lot going on in the next weeks. That's why I wanna vlog it. I wanna have all of these memories and all of these big things that we're doing kind of on camera, and I love sharing them. So those are the next steps for us. In the next few weeks, there's, you know, more wedding stuff to do, of course, and then also packing, moving, then setting up the new house, getting settled in there, and then wedding, honeymoon. Like from now, we're June 7th. From today until mid-September, when we come back from our honeymoon, it's going to be slight chaos, but happy chaos, positive chaos. Chaos nonetheless, though. So, toast, cottage cheese for protein, ham slice for protein, egg for protein and fat. I'm gonna throw some everything but the bagel seasoning on top of this. And this is a go-to lunch when I wanna make something quick and I ran out of my like salad stuff, ran out of spinach. Normally I would add some spinach and some veggies to this, but I'm in a little bit of a time crunch and I'm a little bit lazy, so I'm gonna have to prioritize more veggies tonight. All right, time to get ready for the gym, and I signed up for a CrossFit class this afternoon, and to be honest, I am feeling pretty tired, pretty lazy, absolutely not in the mood to drive there, absolutely not really in the mood to push myself to work hard. But another thing that I have committed to over the next 11 weeks, and I mean kind of in life in general, it's been a while that I committed to this, but even more so over the next 11 weeks, is to be really, really honest with myself on when I need a rest day versus when I'm feeling lazy. So if I plan a workout in my schedule, like ahead of time at the beginning of the week, and then the day comes, I'd better have a really good freaking reason to not go. So it needs to be like the type of reason that if you like had a boss at work and had to give them a reason for why you're going to be leaving early or why you're not going to go in, like it needs to be that solid of a reason for me at the moment to skip a workout. And feeling a little bit tired and just kind of meh about working out is definitely not a good enough reason. So I am being my own boss and I am giving myself a bit of a kick in the pants to make sure that I go to my workout class, especially because this is one of the only like cardio focused parts of my week, and I want to make sure that I get a good amount of cardio into my weekly training plan as well, to make sure that I'm again increasing my energy expenditure in general for the week so that I can continue to eat a decent amount, not be in a big not being at a very low calorie intake and still be in a decent deficit, because creating a calorie deficit comes from two different ways. You can do that by reducing calories or by increasing energy expenditure. I'm reducing calories a little bit, but I'd rather focus on upping my amount of calories burned when I can, so I don't have to reduce my calories too much. In terms of my workouts, I am not going to get too in-depth in it because next week I'm going to film what a full week of workouts is looking like for me at the moment to prep for the wedding. It's not super different than my usual training routine, but there are a couple of things that have changed because there are a few things about how I want my body to look in the next 11 weeks that's different than it was, let's say, for the last few months. So I'm definitely going to be getting into that a little bit deeper in probably 1 or 2 videos when I end up finishing filming that week of workouts and get to editing and post it. So in a couple weeks that's going to be up. So I'll definitely get into it more then. How many drinks do you need with you? Too many, apparently. So here I have caffeine-free pre-workout and creatine because I didn't take it this morning, so I'm gonna have this on my way to the gym. And then I made a little electrolyte drink. I just got these packages. They're from Key Nutrients Electrolyte Recovery Plus in the flavor, I think, lemonade, because I realized that I am a very salty sweater and like I actually lose a lot of electrolytes when I sweat a lot. So I thought that I would try this out, bring this to the gym with me and see how it goes. Ooh, that is a strong flavor. I think I would definitely put this in a bit more water. Wait. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's growing on me. Anyways, so it's gonna be for during and after my workout, and this is pre-workout. All right, that was killer. That was very hard, very cardio, which is exactly what I wanted. I am so tired, but in the best way. Like tired, but energetic. Like you will never regret a workout. This is your reminder that whatever it is, whether you're stressed, you know, a little bit tired, kind of in a bad mood, I think movement will always help. It doesn't always have to be like an intense workout or a class or a full lift, but any movement, you're always going to feel so much better for it afterwards. And it just, choosing to do something hard when you feel like you're going through something hard, it just builds so much resilience and strength. And honestly, it's the best feeling. So let's head home and make dinner, which I think is going to be a nice high protein pasta. Just finished making dinner, and I'm actually gonna quickly pop the video that I filmed for TikTok, which shows how I made it and also how I tracked it, because I often get asked, like, how do you track meals that you make in bulk? Like, I don't know if you can see, but I made like a whole big portion of that, and I'm only having about a third of it. So I'm gonna pop that quickly so you can see how I track things like this and what the total recipe looks like. The first thing you want to do is open MyFitnessPal, go into more, and then go into meals, recipes, and foods. And then you're on recipes, you're going to create a recipe, enter ingredients manually, and then you have to give a title to your recipe and put how many servings you think the entire thing you're going to make is going to be. So in my case, I estimated that it should last me about 3 recipes. So you do that, and then you can start going in and adding your ingredients one at a time. Crucial step for accuracy is to actually weigh out all of your things. So I weighed out my mushrooms, the zucchinis, all the veggies that I was going to add in. Then I did the same thing for the pasta. I weighed it dry because I was going to track it using the barcode. So then I needed it to be dry as it is on the label. So I measured, ended up using everything I had, measured how much that was, used the barcode, and then just went in, put it in grams because that's how I weighed it. And then I was able to just go in and accurately track the amount of grams that I was making total, again, for all 3 servings. So there you go. Here you can see I added my ingredients, and then I did the same thing for the beef. I just weighed out everything that I was going to use, and then I went on to the ingredients for my sauce, which was going to be cottage cheese and a tomato-based sauce that I already had. Once everything was weighed in, I cooked all the veggies, and then I cooked the pasta, the beef, put all of my seasonings in. I like to use garlic and Italian seasonings anytime I'm making pasta. Put all of that together because once everything is weighed out, you know exactly how much you're going to have. For my pasta sauce, I decided to add more protein, so I blended some cottage cheese to make it like a rosé sauce. Don't make this mistake and blend it all together. Don't add them in separately. The last thing you need to do is visually separate everything. So here I estimated that I ate about a third of everything that I made. So then I tracked a third of that entire recipe, which is 1 out of 3 servings. All right, so in terms of most of my meals, I can give you 2 big tips when it comes to being able to maintain fat loss and do fat loss in a sustainable way. There are a couple things that are really important. I said 2, I might have more than 2, but definitely 2. One is add as many veggies as possible in your meals. Reach for lower volume foods to bulk up your meals, because meals when you're in a deficit are going to be smaller, therefore you're going to feel less full than you're used to. You might get a little bit hungrier more rapidly in between meals, and it's an unpleasant feeling. So the best way that you can counteract that, so still eat less calories but not feel less hungry, is to add volume to your meal. So add more veggies. Like here, I added a ton of zucchini and mushrooms. So it feels like it's a big portion, but it's just over 500 calories. And yeah, there's a good amount of carbs and a good amount of everything, but it's for how full I'm going to feel, it's really not that many calories. So that's number 1, throw in veggies. So like zucchinis, peppers, cauliflower rice, like all of these veggies that like take up space but are really not that dense in calories are going to be your best friend. Number 2, drink more water than you think you need, or at least build the habit of reaching for water before every snack and meal. So before every time you eat, have a glass of water. You don't need to necessarily chug a full big thing, but make yourself a glass of water. Have at least like half of a big glass of water and ask yourself, okay, am I actually hungry? Do I need that snack right now? Can I save some calories for later? Or if you're feeling a little bored, a little snacky, add flavoring to your water. Like add cucumbers and berries and mash it up. Make yourself a cute little fun water. Or like I'm using electrolytes. I'm adding electrolytes. I'm adding just like mayo flavoring to my water. Like things like that make me want to drink more water and make me feel like I'm consuming something fun, which can help take away like the desire for a snack or like a sweet craving in the middle of the day. Number 3, because I'm not going to stop at 2, is protein. And you've heard me say this a million times, so I'm not going to dive into it too deeply. But 1, add protein to every single meal. Ideally, if you're having multiple snacks a day, at least one of your snacks should be higher in protein, should provide to your protein goal. So that's number 1. Other thing with protein is try to start looking at the fat content in your protein. So if you're going to the grocery store and you're picking between 2 types of pork, or you're picking between 2 types of ground meat, look in the back and look at the protein to fat ratio and start picking the option that has higher protein for less fat, because that way you're gonna hit your protein goal more easily, and less fat means quite a significant amount less calories. So therefore, again, you're saving calories for other parts of your day, but you're still gonna feel just as full because the volume is gonna be the same and the protein amount is gonna be the same. So that, and then my last tip would be try to, as much as possible, limit sugar in the first half of your day. I found that for myself, and a lot of my clients also attested to this, the earlier that you start adding treats and sugary things to your day, the more that you kind of crave it throughout the day. So I have a client who was really struggling to stay within a certain amount of sugar per day and was really struggling to not kind of give in to like her afternoon sugar crashes. And the one thing that we changed was that she used to have chocolate chips to her oatmeal every single day. It was like her fun thing. And I told her, I'm like, listen, I know that you love that part of your day. Let's try to remove them for a week and see how you feel and see if it's something that it's worth removing or if you love it. And within a couple of days, she was like, you know what? I already feel like I crave sugar in the middle of the day less. And because I don't have that chocolate in the morning, I allow myself to have a little bit of chocolate in the evening, and it actually makes me feel better. Like I don't miss it and I actually feel better. So I find trying to reduce the amount of like pure sugar or like sugary snacks until a little bit later in the day can help a lot with your cravings. Good morning. It is the next day and I am currently getting ready to go and do my hair trial for the wedding. So I'm meeting my hair stylist for the first time, and we're gonna do a trial to get an idea of, you know, what it could look like on the day of. I'm gonna show her a couple inspo pictures that I have. I'm gonna show you guys as well. I'm actually gonna pop them on the screen. It'll be easier for you guys to see, but I'm thinking of going for like a half up look. Like I know I'm gonna feel most like myself and most confident with my hair down and like nice big waves, but I think like a slightly half up would make it just different enough, and also would show off a little bit more the dress than if I have all of my hair down, because it's long and I have a lot of hair. So I think the half up is gonna be what's best for me. So I think something like this is what I'm going to be showing her today, like a very natural half up, like a little bit like boho kind of fairy style. That's kind of the vibe a little bit of the wedding, because it's all outdoors, like a lot of greenery. The reception, I mean, is also outdoors in a tent with just like greenery and white flowers, and even my dress to some extent, it's like a, I don't know, I wouldn't say like bohemian per se, but like it's a little bit more on like, it's not like full glam, it's pretty, it's a little bit, I don't know, I describe it as fairy princess is all I can really say. That's kind of the vibe that I've been going for. So anyways, definitely very excited, and I'm very happy that I decided to pay extra to do a trial just so that I can really visualize it, and if for some reason like doesn't turn out that I want to, then like I will feel much less bad now being like, yeah, you know what, there's something that I don't love, but let's fix it, rather than like the day of. Like I think that would really freak me out, is like if like as she started doing my hair I was like, oh, I don't love the curls, or I don't love the look, or whatever. I think it's gonna just give me a lot more confidence that like she knows how to work with my hair and she knows how I like the curls, and I can just like, I like knowing what to expect, so there's like as few unexpected surprises as possible the day of. I'm also soon going to be scheduling a makeup trial just for the same reasons. I think having as little unexpected as possible is just the best way to be as relaxed as possible on the morning of. Like as she's doing my makeup, I don't want to be like thinking about what she's doing, or like, you know, hoping that everything works out, because I'm already going to know what to expect, so I'll be able to just be present and have fun and listen to music and just be kind of in a good as relaxed mood as possible, hopefully. That's what I want. That's a vibe that I want for the morning of. I want it to be fun. I just want to have fun with my girls. I want to be, you know, as stress-free as possible. I know that when we get close to the time where I have to walk down the aisle, I'm going to be a stress ball, but I don't want to be a stress ball as I'm getting ready. You know, like I want to enjoy and be as present as possible the morning of and not feel like I need to kind of micromanage my hair and my makeup and all of that. I want to just kind of have full faith and confidence to just leave it into the girls' hands. So those are kind of the last real, I guess, wedding updates that I have. Things in terms of the wedding planning are going really well. Like all of the big things have been taken care of. Like I still have all of like my final, more like organizational meetings with everyone. Like I have to meet with the DJ in July to go over some things. I'm gonna have to meet with my coordinator in July to finalize a lot of things, like my photographer. Like July is gonna be a hectic month in terms of like all the smaller details, but all of the big things that need to get done are done, thankfully. I'm really happy about that. Like the invitations are out. We have the majority of our RSVPs already, which I'm so thankful for. I have like a lot of templates for like the welcome sign, the menus, things like that we're gonna have to do. Like it's already kind of I have my templates. I just have to actually finalize all that, which my maid of honor is helping me with. So that's gonna be amazing. So kind of things are going well because I got my wedding dress. Ben went and did his first fitting for his suit, which is great. So everything is really coming together. It's gonna be just a question of like all the like final last minute decisions, which I feel like can actually be like the most stressful part, when you have to like make like small decisions and you kind of have to decide, you know, a little bit last minute, because like July is literally, you know, less like a month before. So yeah, that's kind of the next step. I just have to make sure that I schedule all of those meetings shortly, especially because we're also moving in July. So July's gonna be crazy. Anyways, that is the updates for now. I actually got my Shein package last night, so I'm definitely going to be filming that try on this weekend, show you guys a couple of the things that I got, especially a few bathing suits that I got mainly for the honeymoon, but just like summertime in general. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also just going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek at the hair once it's done this afternoon.